Some heroes don't wear medals, they wear coal dust, and carry fire not in their hands, but in their words. Welcome to Art for Curious Minds. Today I tell you the story of Émile Basly, a miner who rose from the depths of the earth to shake the foundations of power and give a voice to the forgotten. Part 1. Born Underground. Émile Basly was born in 1854 in Neux-les-Mines, in northern France, a land of soot, sweat, and survival. He was a child when he first descended into the mines, not because he wanted to, because he had to. There, under layers of rock and silence, Émile learned two things: how to endure and how to listen. The mine was more than work. It was a second world, a closed, crushing one. But even there, sparks of dignity remained, and Émile, even as a teenager, could not bear to see that dignity crushed. Part 2. The birth of a fighter. In his 20s, Basly began organizing fellow workers. He demanded safer conditions, fair wages, recognition, and above all, respect. His voice, though shaped in the dark, carried clarity. It wasn't poetic, it was real. In 1880, he led a massive strike in Anzin, one of the biggest coal regions in France. The government sent soldiers. Tension flared, but Basly didn't back down. He stood with the men, and more importantly, he stood for them. Part 3. Germinal Fiction Meets Reality. In 1885, Émile Zola published Germinal, one of the most powerful novels about working-class struggle ever written. Its main character, Étienne Lantier, was inspired in part by Émile Basly. Zola had attended the Anzin strike. He had heard Basly speak. What he saw was not just a leader. He saw a symbol, a man born in silence who had learned to speak truth to power. The novel gave Basly myth, but Basly never needed fiction to prove his courage. Part 4. From the pit to Parliament. Basly was elected deputy of Pas-de-Calais in 1885. A miner, walking the halls of the National Assembly, he wore his work jacket, patched and blackened, not as a costume, as a reminder. I do not speak for myself, I speak for those who dig while others dine. He would go on to serve for over 30 years, defending labor rights, building social protections, pushing for education and dignity. He also became mayor of Lens, a role he held until his death. Part 5. After the dust. In 1914, the Great War came. Lens was destroyed. Basly, aged and grieving, worked tirelessly to rebuild it from ashes. He died in 1928, still wearing the identity he never betrayed: miner, worker, servant of the people. Today his statue stands in Lens, a city he loved, fought for, and helped resurrect. He's often forgotten outside the region, but to those who know, he remains a voice that mattered. Part 6. Why it still matters. Basly's story isn't just about coal, it's about conviction. In a world where many seek power, he sought justice. In times when others climbed for themselves, he dug for others. We often think of revolutionaries as warriors or writers, but sometimes they're just a man in a dusty jacket, standing at the edge of a pit, refusing to let others fall in. Next time you pass through Lens, look past the stadium, past the museum, and into the face of Émile Basly. He doesn't smile, he doesn't pose, he simply reminds us. Some voices echo longer when they begin in silence. Thanks for listening.